spray foam contractor continuous quality foam projects. As an example for having this type of setup, we here at Coastal, in addition to our 5 complete mobile spray foam rigs, we also have an 18-foot trailer. We were on a job site using job site shore power, and somebody needed power and didn't think our equipment was in use and actually unplugged our pigtail power connection from the main breaker panel in the middle of spraying and caused major issues with the machine and material. But due to being properly trained, our applicator stopped spraying before any major foam quality issues appeared.
Okay, next, you need quality spray foam product with supporting documentation. Quality contractors would use a spray foam raw material from a manufacturer that provides supporting documentation. Some of this documentation are listed below. You have legacy reports, third-party testing, technical data sheets, proven fire tests. And on the following slide here, we have a sample of one of those reports. This is a common report to the spray foam industry. It's called an ESR report, ES evaluation report. And these are basically a third party that has tested the product for specific applications, and it becomes an easy single source document and basically a guideline for where these products can be applied, what coatings are required over them, and the next phase you'll see the different applications, whether with or without an ignition barrier. And these reports have grown in size over the last few years. They'll address some design and installation issues or specifications, and which codes the product has been tested against are also listed. You can see on the bottom right, you know, the codes are constantly updating. As a result, the manufacturers are forced to constantly update their third-party tested reports. Last page, it's also a new addition to this report, are the thermal resistant values, which must be set per specified thickness. It's no longer acceptable to say that, you know, my foam is, you know, R7 per inch. You need to state at specific thickness what the R value is, not just an R value per inch. The next sample we have is a technical data sheet, and this would be a sheet that's created by the manufacturer, the system house, and these are very extensive. They show all the different ASTM testing methods that the product has been tested against. You'll also see some important items such as VOC content. If a product is Green Guard certified. Next page, you see at the top you have some fire test results, recycled content of the finished foam. That's additionally for, you know, some of these upcoming lead jobs. That's a very important aspect of that process of going through your lead certification, and that's where you'd acquire the information for those types of projects. You have some processing parameters here, and this is also very useful when applying the foam in very cold climates or very warm climates. You know what your substrate and ambient temperatures must and cannot be, so you ensure that your foam is being applied within the manufacturer's specifications. Okay, look next, and this also goes hand in hand with those lead projects, are the verification of attributes report, which gives us a mean bio-based content. And some of the government projects that are coming out have this as a requirement. So as a result, the better system houses that are out there have paid for this testing and would be able to provide you with this type of documentation. Again, on the Green Guard certification, here is basically stating that the VOC levels for this particular product are within the acceptable limits. This goes towards speaking towards the indoor air quality attributes of spray foam. And next.
Okay. The second half of today's guidelines would be what a quality project should consist of. And you definitely would need to institute a quality control program. Okay. Quality training.
I'll take that one. So some of the training that's available to the applicators and contractors out there is listed through those 4 websites that you see. The Center for Polyurethanes Industry offers online classes. Air Barrier Association of America has certifications. Insulate.org as well. And each one has their own accreditation program, which your quality contractors will have gone through, and you can ask them for these types of accreditations. These accreditations don't only focus just on the application, but they also give the contractors some building science courses, which help with advising as to which application is best and which product is best to use where. Additionally, besides the industry organizations, each system house offers product training and certifications. In fact, some system houses require for you to spray foam, spray their foam, you must be accredited or certified by one of their in-house trainings. And these types of trainings can vary from obviously product training and certification to equipment training, safety procedures, right down to setting up a spray foam business, marketing the product, and everything from the business aspect. But basically, everyone should go through some sort of manufacturer training and some of the accreditation courses that are listed above or can be researched at those above websites. Okay.
The next thing that you would want to do would certainly have ongoing applicator training. A good monthly in-house training session is a great way to keep your applicators well versed on the latest safety, equipment, and product regulations. Hands-on equipment and product training, the latest in OSHA and health and safety regulations, building science training, job site cleanliness procedures, and project reviews to minimize future job site issues. Okay, and in this slide we show our latest in-house training session we had a couple of weeks ago. We had all of our applicators, all of our applicator assistants, some sales guys and management were there. We have another training session coming up this Saturday. In the next slide, we show we also do for some of the new applicators or applicators in training. We have a in-house spray training session. You see here that this one was well attended. We give the guys, put the guys onto a spray hose, and we do, some spray training with a mock wall, just to give them, show them basic good spray techniques and so forth. But of course, they also, we give them training out in the field and so forth. So that's what we do here at Coastal. One good thing to also have would be an on-staff equipment specialist, and this person would monitor, maintains, and repairs all related equipment to minimize breakdowns and ensure that your work is completed on schedule. Has a service vehicle that can provide on-site repairs when needed, keeps a complete inventory of replacement parts, and also incorporates new industry developments having to do with equipment, application, and safety. To have a knowledgeable, experienced equipment specialist on staff along with a completely stocked service van is a valuable asset for any foam contractor. As an example, we had one of our rigs in New Jersey go down due to an equipment issue, and due to the fact that we had the necessary spare parts in our service van, we were able to immediately make the repair on site and continue working with little or no downtime. On that very same day, a forklift ran over one of our spray hoses on a job site in New York. And again, because we had the spare hose in our service van, we ran up to the job site in New York, made the hose change out within 1 hour's time, and the spray rig was back spraying foam and completing the work. Okay, the next item for a quality foam project is on-site quality testing. Continuous product testing throughout the application would have us checking cell structure of the foam throughout the course of the day. We do spray tests a couple times a day to make sure that the foam cell structure is what it should be, and our applicators are all trained in knowing what a good foam cell structure is. Continuous monitoring of the spray foam equipment. Someone is always in the rig checking on the equipment's pressures and temperatures, making sure the fluid levels in the material drums are adequate and that the drums aren't going to run out of material, okay, and recording substrate and ambient temperatures. This is to make sure that the surface being sprayed onto is within the manufacturer's specifications.
Okay, this is a sample field inspection report. It's something that we use here, and Tim would inspect out in the field a job that's going on, and basically some of the items that we record for our own record keeping is obviously the date that were sprayed, some of the temperatures and field conditions that exist out there, and this helps us pinpoint and make sure that we're making the best foam possible. We also record the lot numbers of which foam we're using at that time. So if there is any issues, we have a reference document that allows us to investigate what may have happened. Again, back to the foam cell structure, the thicknesses, ensuring that we are giving the proper amount that the customer has contracted us for. This is not a board product, so if it's 3 inches, it needs to be 3 inches. And this is just one of those documents that we use internally as an audit report to ensure that our quality is at the utmost. Okay, next. Well, basically that concludes our portion, and I see that some questions have been submitted, so we'll get into answering some of those questions now. And please feel free to continue sending some questions in, and I'll answer them as I'm completing the ones that have already been submitted. At the conclusion of this, we will be emailing a copy of today's presentation along with the recorded version. We'll be sending out over the next few days to all the